Week 17 of the National Football League. And we'll see Sammy Watkins. He's been a production machine with a 1,200-yard season thus far. It's the Packers and the Vikings, and it's coming right up on EA Sports.
There's a look at one of the most iconic sports venues in the lower 48, built back in 1957 under the title of City Stadium. We are at Lambeau Field in Green Bay, Wisconsin. Today, it's a black and blue matchup in the NFC North between the Minnesota Vikings and the Green Bay Packers. Brandon Gaudin alongside Charles Davis. CD, you look at the Vikings coming into play. Their offense is one that doesn't rely too heavily on just one guy. They like to spread things around as best they can.
You're right about that. It's a diverse unit, and they like to run their offense by what they call game plan.
The Florida Atlantic man, Greg Joseph, ready to get this one started. And off we go from Lambeau. And the opening kickoff will not be returned, as that will be a touchback. Veteran Green Bay quarterback Aaron Rodgers ready to go for drive number one along with the rest of this Packer offense.
And last week's loss came despite a clean game on his end, throwing the ball with 2 touchdowns and 0 interceptions. His job this week is simple. Do it again. Continue to avoid turnovers and hope that what sunk them last week resolves itself this time around.
First play and a first throw for Rodgers. A throw complete to the tight end Tunyon. And he has a big gain inside the 40 before being dropped. 36 yards on the play. That's some early fireworks on the first play from scrimmage.
The last fireworks I saw, July 4th, okay? Here they are celebrating the start of this game the exact same way. Explosive right out of the gate.
And he is met quickly in the backfield. Down he goes, folded like a lawn chair. He'll lose a yard there, and it's 2nd and 11. They'll go again to Jones. And yet again, he's stopped behind the line of scrimmage. Great job by this Vikings defense. That'll wind up as a loss on the play, so now they're staring at a 3rd down and 12.
This defense is a difficult one to prepare for, one of the best in the league. They'll come at you from all angles, and they did a nice job there stopping him for a loss.
Throwing is Rodgers on 3rd down. Looking for Tunyon on the crosser, and he's got it complete. Second catch for him today, and it'll wind up a 1st down. Well, on 3rd down, he wanted to go to one of his most dependable targets, and that's who he found, his tight end there to pick up the first, Charles.
And he used the proper word there, dependable, and sometimes spectacular, because tight ends nowadays, they can do it all. But they're the guys you trust, especially across the middle of the field where there's traffic. He delivers, and they pick up nice yardage.
And down inside the 15 he goes. 11 more on that one, and another 1st down. Quite the opening drive march they're on right now.
It looks a lot like what we saw in practice prior to the game, doesn't it? You know, because on that last big practice beforehand, you go through your offensive script. You go through your play calling. You go through all the stuff and establish that.
And it's a Packers touchdown. Aaron Jones, his 9th touchdown of the season. And the Packers will jump on top of the game's first score here this afternoon. Well, we know he has decent hands out of the backfield. That's the first time, Charles, they targeted him in the passing game, and it pays dividends.
And I love the design, too, because they kept him in the backfield, made the defense think run first before they swung him out of there. And you're right, with his hands, they might want to throw it to him just a little bit more.
Riley Patterson now for the extra point. And it's good to make it 7-0 Packers. That time a 6-play drive. And it ends with a Packers touchdown. And Patterson back out there to send this one away. the Viking offense making their way out. They'll be led out by the former NFL MVP, already a two-time Pro Bowler in his 5th season out of Louisville, Lamar Jackson.
And what a performance in his last game. A couple of touchdown passes, that was positive.
But more than 2 interceptions.
Yeah, that's not what he's looking for. What did Vince Lombardi say, though? Winning isn't everything.
It's the only thing.
And that's what he hangs his hat on after last week's game.
And not much to speak of. Call it a 1-yard gain up to the 26. The last play got just a yard. Here's 2nd and 9 from the 26.
Brandon, we talk all the time about those hybrid players, guys who can do more than one thing. And I think if you're playing strong safety in the NFL today, you are a true hybrid. Part linebacker, part cover guy.
And coming up, sticking his nose in the mess there and making a nice play defensively. Good work after the catch. Gets him 15 and a first down. Dobbins going to take the handoff on the option. And the play goes nowhere. Losing yardage back near the 40 at the 39. That was all Preston Smith. Navigating into the backfield. He gets the tackle for loss.
Well, let's face it, that's just a helpless feeling for a running back there. He's looking up to find a hole, and all he finds is a whole lot of ticked-off linebacker.
They try to throw on 2nd down, but this one is incomplete.
Part of what we're seeing so far is the defense is certainly coordinated. Both levels doing their jobs in tandem. The back helping the front helping the back. The pressure got home on that last play and forced him to try and throw through contact and short of the sticks.
On 3rd down, Jackson. This one complete to Mecole Hardman. And he will have a Vikings first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion. Jackson. He'll swing this out to Dobbins. And a 5-yard gain gets him to the 42. Throwing again on 2nd down. Jackson targeting Dobbins again, and he's got it again. And he's going to be taken down just shy of the 35. So from the 36 now, 1st and 10. Jackson will throw again. He'll find Dobbins out of the backfield. And he'll be taken down as that will take us to the end of the first quarter of play. After 7-0 on EA Sports. The Vikings with the football here to begin the 2nd quarter. As they've got it with a 2nd and 3 forthcoming. From the gun, it's Jackson. Finding Hardman here over the middle. And he's going to get this down near the 25.
I think that's a big pickup for a first down because when you run a drag route against zone, you're sometimes asking for trouble because you might run into a defender.
Yeah, well, there they ran into a first down. Executed it to perfection. And a strong run there as he'll maneuver his way down inside the 15. 12 yards there. First down, Vikings. From the red zone now, they'll look to throw. It's Dobbins on the out route, bringing it in. And he is out of bounds, getting it down to the 10. 2nd and 6 from the 10. Option play, and they'll hand to Dobbins. And running room hard to come by here. He gets it down to the 8. 2 yards the gain there, and now they're left with a 3rd and about 4 for a first. Here's Jackson to throw. They're trying for Rager, but it's intercepted. And the Packers are going to take over once again with a football at their own 20-yard line. The Packer offense ready to get their next drive underway. This could end up being a pretty big drive. I mean, look, yes, it's early in this game, but they scored the touchdown. They got the stop. And now if they could get in the end zone here again, CD, they could grab an early stranglehold on this one.
Yeah, they certainly can, and that's what you're looking for. Where's the advantage? Can you gain it? Can you press it? Now for them, finishing it off, because right now it's out there for them. They just got to go seize it.
And they're going to have this across midfield and inside the 45. A big run there, 29 yards and a first. Aaron Jones, not one of the bigger backs in the league, 5'9", 208, but he's definitely what you'd call a downhill runner. And he's able to shed the tacklers there for good yardage. He finds Randall Cobb with a completion. And he's going to be marked down just inside the 35. Now contact up front as penalty markers come in. Who is this against? So jumping from his free safety spot.
That tells you how aggressive they are on defense, doesn't it? They get everyone involved. He was a little too fast on that play.
After the penalty, it's Jones. And he will get this into the end zone. Touchdown, Green Bay. Aaron Jones, his 10th touchdown of the season, second of the game. And the Packers have taken a 2-touchdown lead now. Extra point by Patterson, up and good. And that'll make the score 14-0. Patterson back out there to send this one away. Kene Nwangwu now out of his end zone. And he'll get it up across the 20 to the 21-yard line. Well, we're probably not the first, but all of us at EA Sports certainly want to wish you and yours a happy and prosperous new year. And as a celebration of that, a big slate of NFL games on this Sunday, Week 17. Second to last weekend of the NFL docket. Later tonight, the battle for Los Angeles, Rams and Chargers, 5:15 Pacific at SoFi. And then on Monday night, Charles and I are on to Cincinnati. Bills and Bengals, two cold weather teams in what will be a frigid Paul Brown Stadium. Taking a deep shot here for Hardman. And this is incomplete. Oh, it looked like he had a pretty good line on that one. That would have been a big play, but he could not pull it in. Now they face a 3rd down and 4 after that incompletion on 2nd down. Here's Jackson. It's incomplete. Took a shot, couldn't connect.
Well, they moved the ball okay here in these first 2 drives, but this one's going to again amount to nothing. They've got to start dialing up some plays that allow them to finish drives with points.
They'll try and throw for it with Jackson. He'll fire it deep for Rager. And that's caught inside the 35. And he'll be hauled down at about the 30-yard line.
Holding offense.
That hold coming from the left side of the line.
Hands got caught in the cookie jar on that one, and the flag came out. Penalty against him.
He was only asked to punt once in the victory last week as he sends this one away. A 41-yard punt there with no return. And it'll be Packer football here. 1st down and 10. Green Bay returning on offense, led by running back Aaron Jones. And he's well on his way to a 100-yard game. He's already more than halfway there. We're only in the 2nd quarter.
And what I've always loved about running backs is they'll tell you, I had no idea how many yards I had.
Right.
Those guys have an innate sense of where they are in a ball game and how many yards they've accumulated, because you know they're always working towards 100.
He's been working well towards 100 here. And he's got this to the 30 before being taken down. The Packers going to use one of their timeouts as they'll stop it with a tick under a minute to go before half. So the big play has him all the way down to the 30 now for 1st and 10. To throw is Rodgers. He'll get this to Lazard. Now another timeout called for by the offense as they get the stoppage with a little over 50 seconds to go in the first half. So from inside the 20, here's 1st and 10 at the 18. Into the red zone, it's Rodgers. And this is going to be intercepted. Picked off by Chandon Sullivan. And the Vikings are going to take possession here. It's a touchback, and they'll take over at the 20-yard line. Here are the Vikings now to start their next drive. Well, not much time remains here in this first half. We'll see if they can get something out of this drive, at least a field goal. They could certainly use it, down by 2 scores. And they'll get it all the way up about 5 yards shy of midfield. The Vikings going to signal for their first of their timeouts, as they'll stop it with just over 40 seconds to go in the first half. This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10. Throwing is Jackson. His throw incomplete.
Now, you know me, whether you need it or not, I'm going to give a little unsolicited advice. Just throw it downfield out of the pocket, only if you're absolutely sure. Otherwise, use your running ability and try and get those yards a safer way.
Throwing again on 2nd and 10. Jackson steps away. That'll be caught. Rager with it. And they're able to work this across midfield to the 48. Jackson looking to throw on 3rd. Oh, he's going to go for it all. And it's caught in the end zone. Touchdown, Minnesota. Jalen Naylor as the first half is winding down. And the Vikings are on the board here in the final seconds of the first half. The way this one was going, you just got the sense they needed something before half. They've at least got something on the board now. Still trailing, but a good sign.
That takes me back to our preseason tour of NFL camps. You remember we talked with that one coach who said his emphasis this year was scoring in the last 2 minutes of a half, heading into the locker room. This hits it right there. Take that momentum, take that good feeling, and take the locker room, regroup, and start over. They got it here.
They did indeed, and a lot of football, full half to be played. And not wanting to risk anything here late in the half, he'll just take a knee, and they'll bring the football out to the 25. About set to get this drive started, the Green Bay offense at the line. And with a 14-7 lead, they might just be happy to take this thing on into the tunnel. They'll indeed start on the ground to run that clock. And he'll just push his way forward for a few as the clock will run. So we've come upon half. Well, we're in the latter stages of this season. Everybody's getting antsy, so antsy that we're going to skip the halftime and get ready for the third quarter. Welcome back. Charles and I settled into the booth, ready for quarter number 3. The final 2 quarters of the NFL regular season are upon us as the second half of Week 17 is underway. And they'll get him down inside the 30 at the 27. And the Vikings set to go on offense to begin the third quarter. This offense, Charles, had a strong first half throwing the football, at least in terms of yardage, but that hasn't translated so far on the scoreboard as they begin the third quarter here, trailing and looking for a little momentum.
Yeah, you're right about that because, let's face it, in the first half, most of their focus was in the passing game, and to their credit, resulted in a healthy amount of yardage. So I would think that at halftime, they're going to anticipate that defense loosening up a little bit to try and cover the passing lanes. They've got to get the running game going, and there should be some gaps to run through now.
And he slips up past the 45 before being tackled. It's a gain of 11 as the Vikings pick up the first. Back-to-back good plays have them on the move on first down. To throw is Jackson. He'll dump this off complete to Dobbins. And he is going to lose yardage here. To throw again on second down. Jackson. And incomplete on the deep ball. We saw this a lot in the first half, and it continues. These receivers just not able to get much separation.
So that means they have to win the 50-50 balls. They've got to go up with the defender and find a way to start coming down with him.
And this time, contact and another incomplete pass. Jackson now. And he will find his man on the outside. And this is going to result in another first down as the tackle's made at the Packers' 38-yard line. Jackson on the give to Dobbins. Tackle made by Devondre Campbell. Third quarter action here in this regular season finale. This will be 2nd and 10. Now it's Jackson. Throw right side going to be caught by Hardman. And this is going to result in another first down as the tackle's made at the Packers' 28. Give them 10 yards there as this offense is on a roll. This drive continues to plunge forward. On 1st and 10, it's Dobbins. And a strong run there as he'll maneuver his way down inside the 15. Back-to-back nice gains. That one for 14 yards and another first. They'll go again with Dobbins. And power running here down to the 6-yard line. 57 yards rushing for him now in the ballgame. First down marker at the 5. It's 2nd and goal. Jackson with a handoff to Dobbins on the option. And he'll get into the end zone. Touchdown, Minnesota. J.K. Dobbins with his 6th rushing touchdown on the year. And the Vikings are an extra point away now from tying this ball game. Joseph connects on the extra point, and we are tied at 14. So the drive goes 75 yards, 10 plays, and it's finished off by a touchdown run from J.K. Dobbins. And this will not be returned. It'll come out to the 25. Here's the Packers offense now getting set to start off this third quarter. After that last touchdown we just saw, Charles, we got ourselves a brand new ball game, all tied here in the third as they have their first possession of this second half.
And Brandon, this drive is all about one word to me, and that's the word answer, because they're trying to answer the momentum the other offense picked up in tying the game, because not only if they score and they feel better about themselves, they'll retake the lead and maybe set the tone for the rest of the half, keeping them in the driver's seat.
Now whistles and a timeout. Looks like we've got a Viking slow to get up.
And not what you want to see this late in the season. Medical staff is going to check on him, and we'll step aside for a moment.
On 2nd and 15 now. Rodgers throwing the out route incomplete. That's Cobb. Only able to gain a couple there. And that'll make it 3rd and 13.
Not an easy spot here. They'll be in search of 13 yards to try to pick up the first.
Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw.
And he'll let this go deep for Lazard.
Well, this is taken in. It's complete. Touchdown, Packers. Alan Lazard, 78 yards.
And the Packers have taken the lead. Even later into his career now, there aren't too many guys that can launch it downfield with accuracy better than Aaron Rodgers.
And you'd think on 3rd down they'd just be looking for something right beyond the sticks. And I think they caught the defense flat-footed as a result, because they decided they were going to take a shot right there, and it ended up being a big play.
Yeah, and the next-gen stats showing that at an even 57 yards through the air. Extra point by Patterson, up and good.
And the lead is now 21-14. So a 75-yard scoring drive on just 3 plays. And the result, a Green Bay score. Nuwanger now from his end zone. Oh, a dangerous return man showing it here. And good starting field position. He'll get this one all the way up to about the 35-yard line. And now out comes Minnesota. They did what they had to do to start this third quarter. Went down, got the touchdown to cut the lead, but the matching touchdown a moment ago, and we're right back where we started at halftime.
Yeah, you're exactly right, partner. They had a little bounce in their step after scoring that first touchdown, but the defense gave one up, and that's the problem right now. Can they get better play from their defense while they continue to score on offense?
Now, meanwhile, a pass that should have been intercepted, but it winds up falling incomplete. Green Bay, Wisconsin is the spot. Third quarter inside Lambeau. Glad you're with us. 2nd and 10. Now it's Jackson. Taking a deep shot here for Hardman. It got his man complete. And he'll be marked down right at the 20-yard line.
When they've needed a play this year, he's certainly been the guy to deliver it. As this season has gone on, he's been awfully consistent and sometimes spectacular.
From the red zone now, here's Jackson on first down. He'll check this down to Dobbins out of the backfield. And he is out of bounds right around the 10-yard line. 10 more there and another first down.
How about the way they're moving the ball down the field? They had a big play a moment ago. Followed it up with another nice one here. And before you know it, they're already looking at first and goal.
Back now at Lambeau. A looming decision to make on the conversion, down 7. But first things first, they need to score as they come up on first and goal. They'll run with Dobbins. And he'll get about 4 there as he takes it from the 10 down to the 6. The 6-yard line, the line of scrimmage on 2nd and goal. Now Jackson. Buying time to his left. And oh, it'll be intercepted. Picked off by Darnell Savage. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. So the holding call on the offense, so they go ahead and decline that one and take possession of the football on the INT. Rodgers will bring the pack up with a 1st and 10 at their own 20-yard line. And he'll begin the drive with a give to Jones. And he'll get this up to the 30-yard line. It'll be a gain of 10 to start the drive out, and by a few inches, that'll be a first down.
No doubt those are the types of carries they're looking for here, Charles. The lead in the 4th quarter. This is when coaches that have a reliable running game, they breathe a little easier on the sideline.
Yeah, they love the idea that they can take the air out of the football at this point of the game. That means they're really counting on that offensive line, counting on the runners, taking care of the football. Because you're going to tell your quarterback, hey, no time to be a hero. We're not going to throw it here. Just eat up that clock. And if you have the ball, they can't score.
Meanwhile, Rodgers' throw here pulled in by Lazard. Past the 20. A big play there on the catch and run. 71 yards.
Well, like so many wide receivers, he is a threat with the ball in his hands, and he's able to do his damage here after the catch.
So 1st and goal, 6 points here would go a long way toward wrapping this one up.
Jones. No signal, and now they say he did not get in. He is stonewalled at the 1.
Call it no gain, and it's going to be 2nd and goal. Now a play fake. Rodgers. Looking end zone, but it's incomplete. To give you an idea of how accurate he's been throwing the football, we're in the second half. That's just his 2nd incompletion.
Well, if he's not locked in, that means everyone's locked in, because to me it's like throwing a no-hitter in baseball. The pitcher may get the credit, but a lot of people making plays behind him in the field.
A loss of a yard, and it brings up 4th.
It's interesting where we are in the game now. The analytics folks, they might tell you to kick the field goal and make it a 2-score game. But you have to wonder if emotionally they're thinking, let's go for the touchdown and try and slam the door.
They'll go with Jones. And not only will he not get in, he's going to lose yardage. They stuff him back at the 4. They gave it to him in search of his 3rd touchdown, but he's denied. And the Vikings, they come up big down near the goal line. So Lamar Jackson in the offense, down by 7. 2 minutes, 30 seconds to play. The drive will commence with a run by J.K. Dobbins. Knifes his way forward here, but just 3 yards on the play. 2nd down. On 2nd and 7, Jackson. He'll fire it deep for Rager. And that's going to wind up incomplete. However, we do have a flag down. Let's check in with our referee. They were looking to throw, holding on the big right tackle.
That's real simple, partner. Keep your hands inside in the chest area. You're probably okay. You get it out on the shoulders, get them wide. Usually going to pick up a holding call.
And remember, following the safety, you give the football up as well, and they free kick it from the 20 now. Here's Watson. Down under 2 minutes to go in this football game. So it's Packer football here as we welcome you back. So they'll come up 1st and 10 now from the 33. And now whistles and a flag, and I think we got a jump here.
Encroachment,
A bit of a jump there, CD. He breaks the line, and that'll be 5 yards.
And you've got to stay more disciplined than that, Brandon. That's just a free gift to the offense.
Rodgers with a give. It's Aaron Jones. And very little room to maneuver. He'll get this down to about the 39.
Brings up 2nd down at the 39-yard line.
Here's Jones again on 2nd down. And he'll get it out a couple yards shy of midfield at the 48. 80 yards rushing for him now as he has been tremendous all day long.
I have to chuckle to myself a little bit, Brandon, because right now I could be in that huddle with that offensive line. I know exactly what they're saying. If you call a pass play here, we're going to call timeout. Run the football. We've got control of this thing. Get in behind us and let's go.
Their time to shine. Just a yard on the pickup there, and it'll bring up a 2nd and 9. Well, CD, for the losing side, they had opportunities in this.